Alright, we got something new here that we put together in the shop, and we're going to try and see if it works or not. We haven't used it yet. We were waiting on Riz to get here, see how it worked.
As you can see, it is raining.
Yeah.
Very hard.
We've got plenty of rain, plenty of mud. So if anybody wants to buy any mud, we've got a real good deal on it. So anyway, what we did, we made this to, a lot of people want to use these grapple saws, the Halverson grapple saw. We get the 125 here. They want to use them to saw up the big wood into chunks for the wood splitter. So anyway, it's kind of hard to judge the length when you're sitting in the machine, so I thought about making a stick that you could bump up against the end of the stick of wood, and as long as it was bumped up against that every time, then it would make the same cut every time. So we got this one set at 16 inches right now between here and the saw bar, and it's adjustable. We put another hole at 20 inches and then one at 24 inches. So we're gonna see how that does. And we just fixed it in. We made some brackets right here where it would be fixed in, attached it with one bolt, and we also put it on a swivel, so you could pick it up manually and set it back up there out of the way to go and pick up your big sticks, you know, the long lengths, and situate them before you start sawing it up into blocks. So that's the thinking behind it. We don't know if it works yet or not. As you can see, it's not scratched up yet or dirty, so we don't know if it works. So we're getting ready to find out if it does on a stick of hickory right there. So let's go.
It's a mess here.
It did great.
Yeah, I think it kind of did a little bit better than I thought it would. With the first stick here, I should have had a tape measure, but I forgot. Anyway, with this first stick of hickory, it's so big that the bar didn't quite go through it. So it sort of pinched it a little bit against this. So we had to set it down and ease back out of it and touch it again. That wasn't a big deal. And then the last one, I didn't quite get the bar all the way through it, and it sat up against that and kind of pinched the bar a little bit, but again, it didn't do it. I mean, it wasn't a big problem.
What is it, Ridge?
Also, if you like, if you have a stick that's too big for the saw to go through it, this will help. So when you turn it, it'll go in the same spot when you cut it.
That's right. If you roll
Awesome.
it over, then you'll line up again. That's a good point, son. I had forgotten about that.
I was trying to tell you that.
That's a good point. Yeah, it would line you right back up where you were, wouldn't it?
Big old fence.
All right. So yeah, that seemed to work. And another thing that I wanted to try was, come around here, you can see where we put this bevel on here, that angle right there. We didn't cut it off straight. I'm wondering if when we go in to pick up a long stick, if this will kind of pop up out of the way so we can move them while it's still down. If not, then I guess you could get off and set it up. And I think it's high enough here where it's out of the way most of the time, where you can move your big sticks before you get situated, ready to process. So we're going to try that right now and see if it goes out of the way on its own.
harder now.
It's raining. Well, anyway, that was a pretty quick test. Trying to make it quick because camera lady's getting wet.
I'm trying to get my raincoat on, so sorry for the fumbling.
Anyway, it looked like it went up out of the way a little bit when we grabbed that big stick. Sort of, kind of. What I
Yeah, I
wanted
think
to
it
do.
did.
There's
And,
you look somewhere, there's paint on it right there.
Yep. Yep. And, but it looked like it did real well. I mean, if you stand right here, I should have brought a tape measure, but if you stand right here, it looks like all three of the sticks are pretty much the same length. They should be. If you bump them up against this every time, it's gotta be. So, anyway, that was a quick, wet, rainy demo. So, anyway,
Okay.
I guess we'll have to come up with a name for that. What should we call it?
For the video? For that?
For that.
Oh. What's it again? It's a
Halverson Grapple Saw.
Halverson Grapple Saw measuring thing.
A Halverson Grapple Saw measuring thing.
Good job.
Yeah, I got it.
Beautiful day here in Central Virginia.
Mm-hmm.